Hi, my name's Bethany. I'm 25 years old, a virgin, and I'm 6 months and 3 weeks pregnant with twins. I know you're probably wondering, virgin, pregnant? What's happening here? How is that even possible? Well, let me explain. It's a bittersweet memory, really. I met a lovely couple at the gym by the name of, let's say, Mr. and Mrs. Swinson. They were in their 60s and a lovely couple who befriended me. They kept inviting me out to picnics, shopping, took me on 5-star luxury holidays and cruises, all expenses paid by them. I felt really bad, like I was taking advantage of them. At the same time, I was thinking, what's the catch? What are they really after? I tried to refuse on many occasions, but they weren't having it. They even threw me a surprise 25th birthday party at a 5-star hotel, invited my friends, family, which I thought was so sweet. They told me I was like the grandchild they'd never had. No lie, I've grown to love them a lot over the years. I've learned so much from them. I got to know some high-end people through them. Even though we were close, I'd never been to their home. And what I found weird was every time I was alone with either of them, they would always compliment me, telling me how beautiful, sexy, smart, and how I had pretty green eyes. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were both flirting with me. I found it really strange. One evening, Mr. Swinson even jokingly said, "I can't wait to get my baby inside of you." I'm gonna be honest, it's quite flattering to hear all the compliments, but baby inside me? I let that slide because I realized he was a little bit tipsy. But it's too much now. I'm starting to feel weird around them, like they were trying to groom me or something. One night they invited me to their home for dinner. I was thinking to myself, so that's it, they probably want to get me drunk and take advantage of me. You know, a threesome and freakiness. I found an excuse. I told them I had an exam coming up and I needed to study for it. I'll have to take a rain check this time. They sounded disappointed. They literally begged me to come. Mr. Swinson told me they had something important to talk about. He convinced me to come to their home. I called my best friend and told her where I was going, just in case. They were acting so weird. I didn't know what to expect. My friend made me promise not to drink so I could keep a level head and not to do anything I might regret. They sent their driver to pick me up. When I arrived at their house, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a massive mansion. They had a butler, a chef, staff. After dinner, eating, chatting, laughing, I noticed they kept looking at each other, which freaked me out a little bit. I was curious, so I asked them, "What did you guys want to talk to me about?" That's when Mr. Swinson said, "We chose you because of your blonde hair and green eyes. Plus, you're very beautiful." Suddenly, all of the compliments started coming again. I was thinking, chose me for what? Are they going to keep me captive? What are they up to? Are the workers in on it too? A lot of things were going through my head. They started to explain their medical history to me. Apparently, Mr. Swinson had prostate cancer. The doctor had to remove his prostate. Luckily for him, they froze his sperm and kept them in a bank. Not so luckily for Mrs. Swinson, she had a rare disease. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, her eggs were contaminated by the disease and couldn't be saved. To my surprise, Mr. Swinson asked me to be the carrier of his child. What? This is too much, even for me to process right now. I haven't even had a boyfriend. I'm a virgin. That's not how I envisioned my first child. What am I talking about? The child wouldn't even be mine. It would be theirs. No way. I can't even focus right now. I thought you guys liked me, but you were only using me to get what you want? I said simultaneously. They said, "We do like you. We wouldn't have trusted anyone else to do this." They explained they had no family, at least not to their knowledge. The truth is, they were siblings. In fact, they were twins. Our parents died many years ago. We tried many times in our younger days to have children, but unfortunately for us, it just didn't happen. We both left it too late. We got ill, which made our chances slimmer. Then I said, "You said we," as if, let me get that out of my head. I'm so disgusted right now. Yuck. "Not as a couple, if that's what you're thinking," Mr. Swinson replied. So you led me to think that you guys were a married couple? I shouted angrily. No, you assume so because of our surnames, but we are indeed siblings. We have lived our lives to the fullest. We own a property development company worth $500 million, cars and money in the bank. We would like to make you a proposal on 3 conditions. We would like our family name to live on. We don't have a long time to live. Our illness is slowly taking a toll on us. My heart melted when I heard that. Like I said, I've grown to love them. Whatever the conditions and the proposal are, I'll do my best to comply, as long as I'm not selling my soul to the devil. Their proposal was that I accept all of their belongings, house, money, and businesses. Wow, this can't be real. And the conditions were, they wanted me to give the child their family name. The second, I get to keep the child? What? I get to keep the child? That made it even easier. No way I could find it in my heart to part with my own flesh and blood. Then, Mr. Swinson said, I know you're young. Soon you'll be dating, and we'll find a husband. But we want to protect the child's assets. We will give you £1 million to do whatever you want. Everything else will be in the child's name. So the third condition must be that your future husband or partner signs a prenup. I took the night to think it over. I didn't have a second of sleep that night. The next morning, they called me to find out what I had decided. As you can see, I've accepted the proposal and conditions. They wasted no time. They booked an appointment at a fertility clinic where I underwent a catalogue of screening and medical evaluations, such as an STD, mental and psychological fitness. The results proved that I was physically and mentally healthy to carry a child. The next steps were to fertilize my eggs with the old boy's sperm. A few weeks later, we returned to the clinic and learnt the procedure was a success. Almost 2 months later, I went back to the clinic. That's when I found out I was carrying twins. The Swinsons were over the moon. I bought my parents a new house and car with the $1 million I received from the Swinsons. So here I am, 6 months, 3 weeks later. I'm carrying a boy and a girl. Bet you can't guess what their first names are going to be. Yeah, you guessed it right. I gave them the Swinsons' first and last names. That's my story. Can you relate to it? Please subscribe to this YouTube channel.